This is a response to a video by Desteni, which apparently is a response to BernardPoolman's video Emoto messages from water and consciousness patterns, and also Bernard's video Why Can People Not Change and messages from water from Emoto. What I'd like to talk about is the fact that instead of actually listening and attempting at least to understand what it is that Bernard is saying in those videos, this YouTube user is creating an argument to prove a completely different point, which is that of self-righteousness. I quote, Emoto's research proved that the pre-programmed patterns can be very easily changed. End quote. First of all, Emoto did not refer to and did not mention anything like pre-programmed or programmed patterns. And what Bernard is saying in his videos is that the water crystals are formed based on and according to the pre-programmed definition that each speaker has of a particular word or a idea, which is then impulsing the water when the words are spoken, and this is how the crystals are formed. What Emoto did not research, for instance, is to have different people speak the same word, because what would that show is that a different crystal would form, because each person has a different definition and a different relation to each word and is resonating differently in relation to each word. And that is one of the major problems that we as humanity are facing. And that is also one of the points that can be used for mass manipulation, words and definitions of words, impulsing resonances into the world and human beings to direct the masses unconsciously through their fears and desires. In fact, creating their fears and desires, and this being a infinite cycle, so to speak, because which was first, the hen or the egg? That is exactly the same point here in terms of mass manipulation and word definitions that impose the consciousness of the human. Now, coming back to the video I'm responding to, I quote, "We have free choice to decide what kind of music, pictures and informations we prefer to affect our senses." End quote. This is a ridiculous example chosen to promulgate free choice. And I'm sure that if this user looks at it again, this can be seen, because if free choice is limited to the range of availability, which is then again limited to culture, geographical position, time and space, then how free is that choice really? Also, it is a subject to education. The programmed likes and dislikes that we adopt from our parents, our environment, our friends. So it is really debatable how free such free choice really is. I continue to quote. This person refers to BernardPoolman, and I quote, "The elaborated hypocrite designer of the Destiny belief system who blocks out from his circle everyone who don't accept him as the most wise and his ideas as his own guideline to heaven." End quote. Now, I'm sure that anyone that has participated at Destiny will laugh nicely for various reasons. First of all, Destiny is not based on a belief system, on any belief system. Destiny is not a belief system whatsoever. In fact, on the contrary, at Destiny we take on any and all belief systems of our world to deconstruct and show how belief systems function as separation and limitation structures through which the human being is at war within and without. Now, the blocking we do has simply to do with the unspoken abuse that is going on the internet. And I mean, of course, not only on the internet, but it is actually quite fascinating to have internet, this tool that is like the collective unconscious illuminated, where because people are able to be anonymous, all the hidden secret mind shit is coming to surface and can thus be seen and can thus be dealt with. The fascinating thing at the same time is that those that are majorly quite fucked up in terms of being directed by spitefulness, jealousy, pointing fingers and conspiracy theories, and at the same time not coming forth with any solution or pragmatic approach to reality that will consider all life. Those are the people that deal with their shit the least. But inevitably, each one is and will be facing oneself. We deal with anything that comes up because this is one of the main points we see at Destiny, is that we cannot deny what is here, and it is possible to take on any point that exists of this world and deconstruct the patterns it exists within, and script a correction, a alignment in a way that is best for all life. And that is what we do with our own shit and the shit that meets the surface. And so it is not about Destiny, it is not about BernardPoolman, it is not about accepting him as the most wise, as this YouTube user claims, nor is it about accepting Bernard's ideas. And if you have done any research at all, if you have listened to anything at all without the want, need or desire to immediately go into reaction and immediately perceive the whole thing to be about, I don't know, Desteni being a evil cult, or Bernard being some kind of leader that wants people to follow him. I mean, what Bernard hates most is followers. And he will block not only spiteful abusers, but also forked tongue, lovey-dovey commentators. So we do not want followers. We want people to stand as equals. We want people that see the common sense in what we say and see the necessity for each one to take self-responsibility for what is here.